what are you enjoying the most about the office world?
The office world, learning all about brain neurology and the neurological, what?
I said that's the fun part?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got really high cultivated taste.
Well, we should all be interested in our brains, you know, that's...
That's what I've been doing wrong.
I have a more basic question. Is your character a good guy or a bad guy?
That's up to the audience. I can't play good or bad. I just got to play what's on the table, and that's one of the exciting things about the show is that it's a complex. It's kind of a teeter-totter.
I think that's one of the more interesting things about your character because I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I've only seen 2 episodes, obviously.
Good. Yeah, it's.
I have no idea where your character is. I don't know whether to trust your character or not at all.
Is that what drew you to the character?
Was that what you meant to do?
What?
Was that what drew you to playing the character?
To be mistrusted? No. But,
no.
Big mysterious.
The fact that he was...
Well, no, just because he was in a rock and a hard place caring for these people and then reluctantly associated with a department of the government that was doing investigation, essentially law enforcement. That's not something a scientist necessarily envisions for himself when he starts doing research on, you know, brain function. So it's an interesting, it's a dramatic place to be.
When you read the script, was the character different as it evolved? Has it evolved from where you first read it and what you were saying?
No, they're holding on to the characters, sort of the original vision, the structure. You know, of course, you're going to start building on that structure, and there may be, you know, additions, renovations, whatever. But they're holding on to what they so far, you know. But each week, each new story, each new event presents another facet to him, which is sort of coming in the back door of his what he was and what he. Before the story began and what he may become.
But is your portrayal, your performance as the character, is it influencing and changing it that way at all?
Yeah, most of our characters are developing in a sort of collaborative way with the writers. They see how our characters are starting to evolve, and they can write to that, as well as we feel things growing in the relationships that we say, well, how about flagging that and developing that a little more? So it's a very collaborative kind of process.
Are we going to... One of the things I always dislike in TV shows is when somebody who is like studying something like that comes to find out that he is one himself. Is Dr. Rosen actually going to end up being an alpha, or is he going to...
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen any hints of that yet, but it's possible.
Okay. That's why he's interested in studying it, maybe, because he's perceived some of that in himself.
Yeah, someone asked me the other day, does an alpha, is an alpha born, or can you make an alpha? As so far as the show is developed, the answer is like, no, you are born that way.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess they'll have to check out Rosen's birth certificate. You know,
Do you think he's actually, does Dr. Rosen actually view them as kind of patients or people he's caring for and helping them cultivate their skills, or does he view them as kind of more of his extended family?
It's a good question on both, because often a scientist goes at a subject matter in a very clinical way, and now that he's involved with these people, they aren't just under a microscope. They're now flesh and blood to him, and whose lives are often in his care. So it's I think he sees them both ways, given these circumstances.
Which way would he lean if that became a test?
Good. That would probably might be subject for one of the episodes.
I was actually going to ask something sort of similar. I was kind of assuming the idea that they were kind of like your children. So is there any of them that you consider like a problem child, or I guess favorites or whatever from a doctor or father-like standpoint?
No.
They're all equal?
Equally but different. Equally different, yeah.